Just imagine for a moment, you're standing at the doorstep of your biggest dream. You've given it everything you have. But at the final moment, someone points a finger at you and says, "No, not you. You're not good enough." What do you do in that moment? Do you stop? Do you accept that you're truly not worthy? We all love to hear a winner's story. But legends are born from loss, deep in the heart of rejection. Today, we're going to tell the story of the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. But this isn't just a story about basketball. This is the story of the fire inside him, a fire that was lit after a huge insult, an inspirational story. A young boy growing up in an ordinary family in North Carolina. He had dreams that touched the sky. But his older brother Larry had even bigger dreams. On the small court behind their house, he would mercilessly lose to his brother every single day. These losses hurt him, but they gave him something more: grit. He hated to lose. These losses were forging his mindset of a champion. He knew he had to be better. He had to be the best. With this determination, he went to the basketball team tryouts at Laney High School. His dream was to wear the school's main varsity team jersey. He played with all his heart. But on the day the results were announced, his world seemed to stop as he stared at the notice board. His name wasn't on the list. The coach didn't pick him. The reason? He was too short. His close friend made the team, but Michael didn't. Imagine the humiliation of that moment. Someone tearing your dream apart right in front of you for such a simple reason. That night, he went home and locked himself in his room. When his mother saw him crying, she tried to console him. But Michael only said, "I didn't just want to make the team, I wanted to prove I was the best." This is where the story takes a turn. Most people, after a rejection like that, would have probably quit the sport. But Michael Jordan was not most people. A lot of people on YouTube ask, how did failure make Michael Jordan the GOAT? The answer is both simple and incredibly complex. He took that rejection personally. That rejection didn't become his enemy. Instead, it became his closest friend. From that day on, his routine changed. When his friends went out, Michael was in the gym. He would arrive at the court before school started, and long after everyone had left, he would be there alone, practicing his shots. He played every game for the junior varsity team as if it were the last game of his life. The varsity coach started to be amazed by his scores. He was beginning to realize he hadn't just cut a player, he'd awakened a volcano. The next year, when Michael came to the tryouts, he was 4 inches taller, much stronger, and his eyes had the look of a predator. This time, there was no way he could be ignored. He didn't just make the team, he became its heart. Those high school days were just the beginning. He then got a chance at the University of North Carolina under the legendary coach Dean Smith. This was his first major step towards success. In the 1982 National Championship Final, with the game on the line in the final moments, Coach Smith ignored his star players and passed the ball to the freshman, Michael. And Michael, he took that shot. As the ball went through the net, the entire world welcomed a new star. But the road to the NBA was even tougher. In 1984, the Chicago Bulls drafted him. But the Bulls were a weak team at the time. Michael was creating magic on his own, but he couldn't win championships. Standing in his way like a wall was the Detroit Pistons' Bad Boys team. They created the Jordan rules just to stop him, hit him physically, break him down mentally. For 3 consecutive years, they were eliminated by the Pistons in the playoffs. The critics started to say, Jordan is a phenomenal player, but he's not a champion, not the greatest of all time. There it was again, that same message. You're not good enough. And Michael? He went back to the gym. This time, he didn't just improve his skills. He built his body into a fortress. He learned how to take the hits and get back up. The year was 1991. No more mistakes. Michael and his team didn't just beat the Pistons, they swept them off the court. And in the finals, they defeated Magic Johnson's Lakers to win his first NBA championship. Holding the trophy that day, he cried like a child. Those tears weren't just for the victory, they were for all the years of insults, pain, and hard work. The boy who was cut from his high school team was now the best in the world. And then, history began. 91, 92, 93, 3 championships in a row. He wasn't just a player anymore, he had become an era. But life tests you the most when you are at the top. In 1993, at the peak of his success, his father was tragically murdered. His father was his biggest inspiration. This tragedy broke Michael completely. He retired from the game. The world had lost its hero. He started playing baseball to fulfill his father's dream, but his heart belonged on the basketball court. A year and a half later, 2 words and a fax sent shockwaves through the entire sports world: "I'm back." His return was that of a king. He showed the world what overcoming failure truly looks like. He came back and once again made history with the Chicago Bulls. 96, 97, 98, another 3 consecutive championships. It was during this time that we witnessed his legendary flu game, where he won the game for his team despite having a 103-degree fever. Because for him, the pain of losing was far greater than any physical illness. And finally, his iconic last shot, his final shot in the Bulls jersey, which won him his 6th and final championship. The story of Michael Jordan isn't just a story of 6 rings or thousands of points. This story tells us that your greatest strength isn't hidden in your talent, but in your champion's mindset. This is the real Michael Jordan motivation. What is that notice board in your life? What person or what situation has told you, you can't do it? Don't throw that list of rejections away. Make it your daily companion. Let the fire inside you burn. Whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel like you can't go on, just think of that boy from high school who turned his tears of sadness into sweat of hard work. Failure is not the end. Failure means the story has just begun. Our own lives are filled with stories waiting to be heard. If you want to be a companion on these journeys, if you want to keep that fire inside you alive, then become a part of our family. We'll learn together and we'll fight together. Thank you for watching.